for number 4, we're just going to, again, practice completing the square with the ellipse. Notice this time that the terms are slightly out of order for our completing a square, and we have a coefficient of x squared and a different coefficient of y squared. Okay, so we are going to start by rearranging the terms. It's already equal to 5, so we're good on the right side. All right, and then remember the difference, we're going to factor out whatever number is in front of our squared term, that one right now. So that's 4x squared, and then 8 divided by 4 is 2x, and then remember we need a plus blank. And then we're going to factor out the 3 because that number is in front of the y squared. So we do 3 and then y squared minus 2y, again, plus blank, equals 5 plus blank plus blank. Okay. All right, so now let's figure out what we're going to add in. So we divide by 2, square it, we get 1. And then on here, we divide by 2, we get -1. When we square it, we get 1. Then to add to the other side, we need to add 4 times 1 and 3 times 1, 3. Okay, so just make sure you note that, you really aren't adding just that underlined number to the other side. You are adding the number outside the parentheses also. Okay, it's really helpful when you write all these steps down to be able to get these problems correct. It's just a lot easier. All right, so 4, and then let's complete this square as x plus 1 squared, and then 3 times y minus 1 squared is equal to 9 plus 3, 12. Okay. Now recall the second different step for our process is this side must equal to 1. So we divide both sides by 12 to make that happen. Generally, if you are going to end up having to graph the ellipse, these numbers will be friendly. Okay, they don't have to be, but if they're not, then graphing the ellipse is not going to work well. Okay, so as we can see, 4/12 is a third, so this reduces to x plus 1 over 3, and then this is 3/12, so fourth. And y minus 1 squared over 4 is equal to 1. This is the equation of our ellipse. Awesome. And then the task of graphing it comes down to, let's find the center from our equation, x, y. That's -1, 1. And then let's see. Well, 4 is larger, so the a is under the y term, so this is a vertical ellipse. Okay. And a squared is 4, so a is 2. And then our b is, our b squared is 3, so b is the square root of 3. Okay, so let's start graphing. So -1, 1. Remember to go vertical. It's under the y, so you're going to go up 2 and down 2. And then the square root of 3 must be a little more than 1, so but less than 2. Ellipses all ended up quite small on this page. I think oh, look at that. Okay, I think I'm going to want to back up in this video because I just kind of drew this wrong. Let's start over with that. Okay, so let's start graphing this ellipse. We have -1, 1 as our center, and then we're going to go up 2 from there and down 2 from there for our major axis. Our minor axis, square root 3, is just going to be a little bigger than 1, but less than 2. So it looks something like that. Okay, so the vertex points, or vertices, we can look on the graph for. We got -1 in x and then down 1. and then -1, and then 1, 2, 3. So -1 comma -1, and -1 comma +3. And then for the foci, we do need to kind of sketch a focus point in there and make the tiny triangle for ourselves. Okay, so the triangle this time looks like this. C is our unknown. This hypotenuse is A, 2, and B is the square root of 3. So we're going to do c squared plus the square root of 3 squared is equal to 2 squared. So c squared plus, and then, squaring the square root just gets us 3 there. And then that's equal to 4. So c squared is equal to 1, and c is equal to 1. Okay. So that makes our focus points very easy to write as well. So for the foci, we will have still staying at the -1 in x, and then we're going to go up 1 from there, so that's 2, and then -1 comma, and then down 1 is 0. So there's our focus points.